roll call, please. Call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Fitzgerald.
Yes, here.
Peeler.
Here.
Herrick.
Here.
Irvin. Bertel. Miss anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, Pat.
Make a motion to excuse Pat. She is, she had work done today. She will be able to be here.
Everybody would second that? Adam? Roll call. Herrick. Irvin.
What?
Just say yes.
Sure, why not?
Bertel. Yes. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Peeler.
Let us pray, O Lord,
that we who serve your people in public office may have your blessings and guidance in our deliberations and decisions, so that what we accomplish here this evening will be just and beneficial to the people we serve. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Nice to see you back. Do we have minutes from last meeting? Okay, now we got, I mean, this is starting to get, Jack, your responsibility, this is starting to get a little ridiculous
She
here.
just texted me a little bit ago, telling me she couldn't make it, so I don't know where she.
I mean, these meetings were supposed to be done on Friday.
I agree.
I said that since the beginning of the year, and it's just like talking to a wall.
Let me ask her if she's done and they're here, nearby here.
You know, when we get audited, we're going to be in trouble. I mean, I've asked and asked and asked, you know, I'm done asking.
We need to do a list of what minutes we're missing.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, do you have the minutes for the meeting from last 2 weeks ago? Where they at? No, just that we're, at the beginning.
Okay, petitions and communications. Yes, George.
I have something.
Is this what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be brief. Well, brief as I can be. Being a village councilman has been a blessing, privilege, and honor. When taking on the responsibility of a council member, such is not done lightly. These positions are important, integral to the health of the village. Council members are stewards of the village in representation of their fellow village residents, and as such, bear much accountability. This accountability comes in many forms in reference to many things. One of these things is in the time a council member invests. A council member must invest countless hours outside of meetings to learn the position, seek growth for the village, steward its finances, resources, and indeed plan for the future. As time has progressed, time demands and responsibilities of many other positions have crept up higher and higher. With our present pandemic, school demands upon an IT person have grown quite rapidly. Additionally, church needs always take a priority to continue to grow. One's family and personal matters also require attention and need an investment of oneself. When one's ability to invest the time one would prefer to devote to a position is hindered, it is time for personal reflection. This personal reflection may be aided by various things, which shall not be made mention of in this forum. Yet, it is limited to the following. I hereby and herein announce my resignation as a councilman, effective 11:59 p.m., October 31st, 2020. I want to thank all of those in the village who have continued to support me throughout my time in service to the village, as well as those in the village council administration who have worked with me. I encourage this body to choose some new blood with a creative mind to fill this position, as this particular term has indeed one more year left remaining, well, 1 year and 2 months. May God bless this body and this village with protection and much success and prosperity. Submitted this date, October 27, 2020, Councilman George Irvin.
Well, we appreciate your time and service, and you had, did a lot for this village. I hate to see you go. Everybody in here had their, ins and outs and what have you. since I've been here, you really did some homework, you've done some research, you really wanted to help the village out, and I can really tell about that, you know, and what you're, you know, I hate to see you go, but, you know, still, like to see you involved in things. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
You know I'll be calling you when I need guidance.
My phone will be available unless it's on silent when we change number. Just kidding.
And with that, I'll turn it over to Bob.
Thank you. I don't think one for him, I'm sure.
Thank you,
My parting gift there, George.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, first off, patching, I can't see. Patching probably just about done as far as we get into November. It just depends if we get better weather, you know, we'll continue to patch if we get better weather. But it looks like we're starting to get into the fall and into the winter here pretty soon. The paving job was complete, and I'll tell you what, we definitely got the 18 on that paving job. That was really good paving job. We are going around sealing it right now, so hopefully it'll last us at least 5 or 6 years, and we can continue on this paving because you know, we're getting most of the main arteries paved in this village. Now we're going to start looking at the side roads and actually trying to maybe probably do some more chip and seal on the side roads because it will work. It's just when I chip and seal the side roads and there's houses involved, I just got to get out and sweep it and get all the loose gravel off. Economic development, George, I just put down, I'm going to have some time after November 3rd. Way to go, George. The mayor, we'll have to get with Wee Jack, talk to him about his property down there. This is when you go through these pretty quick, and you've got a lot of things going on, so you see I had to make a little adjustment here. Found that the tree on Sunrise, Nestler, is not, that's not our property, it's actually, you can tell him. So, it's on a Mingo property, it's somebody else's property, so you can get hold of them. I guess so back taxes on that property, maybe you can pick it up for received COVID, we already talked about that. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later. That's $120K for a lift and a backpack, and Hill Square. I think we need that backpack for the pool, at least, you know, if we open the pool up next year. It makes it a lot easier to have something like that. The COVID, I left here. Did you guys find an answer for that? As far as somebody, if they test positive or, you know, they're exposed and they have to go home for 10 days, are we paying them? Did anybody come up with a policy there? I mean, I would think that we would have to pay them. I would think the national policy would say, you know, you have to pay them.
I don't see if there's any issue. I think they should be paid. I think you can pay them.
You had talked about maybe extending sick leave if that occurs or something last
I would
meeting.
say keep it separate and don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
don't
want to touch
charge
sick leave.
sick
You know, I would think that, you know, if they're exposed, I mean, personally, I would think that I wouldn't want to have to make them take their sick leave. You know, I mean, such as police officers, my God. You know, you're essential, so they make you come back to work, I think, a little bit, but, you know, EMS, whatever else, if they're exposed to it, you know, it can't be different for them and different for the other employees, so.
I don't think, again, I don't think, I think if you're going to pay them for COVID, for when I think you should, I would not charge them sick leave.
I wouldn't either.
But I would keep track of the patients, and I'm sure Tim's doing that.
And I would, you know, I think
Which
we
pay,
need,
you know, which pay.
I think we need to ask around too, see what other municipalities and cities are doing with this. So that we're kind of, you know, falling in line with them a little bit, even though we can make our own policy. We're Mingo Junction, we don't have to worry about what they're doing, but sure it'd be nice if, you know, if the other places are doing it, we can do the same. And I'm hoping they're paying them, because I don't think it's very fair to make somebody use their sick leave. Close to 750 water meters, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. That's pretty good. I'll tell you what, I hate meters because I'm paying more damn money. Picked up 26 nice chairs over there. Huh? No, my water bill like $90, it's be 70. I like my slow meter.
Put the jumper back on.
Yeah, I did. Jumper, I had a jumper in there. Anyhow, there's nice chairs over there. We picked them up. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. Those are much nicer than what we have here. So, and let's see, vote for Bob Smith for president. Sorry for commissioner. So, that's kind of all I got.
You don't second.
Thank you. Your husband did a fantastic job.
So, Smitty, if you get elected, I mean, you have to leave your administrative job.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Don't put that out.
Vote paid for.
I'd have to leave this and the school
Of course,
board.
I know, I haven't had.
Both of them. Oh, I got some other reports here. I got the water report. I'll try to hit the highlights here. I don't want to stay up there too long. 751 meters. Magic laboratories, you don't need the delinquent disconnects are still ongoing. Reservoir painting was completed. We need to repair the drive on Penn Avenue. JSW still averaging 50,000 gallons a day, so we're still making some money there.
They just paid a bill the other day.
Did they? So sewer construction continues on the EQ tank. All sludge was taken to the farm. Okay. Controller was repaired in the senior building. Sewer on Elm, sewer on Petrick. Monthly cleaning contact tank. Lift station cleaned and inspected. Lost the blade on the mixer. Poured all safety supplies. Turned in paperwork to fire chief. Some 5 loads used lime to the farm for disposal. Repaired the dosing meter. Repaired the bucket on the John Deere. Serviced the Bobcat for the year. And a sludge report. You know, I can't say enough about these guys down there. You know, my service department and water and wastewater. And I brag on my commercial I put out there that, you know, we put the money into this thing that hopefully they are going to be as functional as the day they were built in the next couple of years. And that's my goal. And if I happen to have to leave here, I just hope whoever takes this position that really follows up. Because it was about 20 years of neglect down there. And we're on the right track here, folks. And I don't care if that mill's there or not. You don't need that mill to do what we need to do to keep our wastewater plant and our water treatment plant out. There's no reason for it. I did it for 3 years without a mill, 4 years without a mill. Doesn't take rocket science. So, like I said, I congratulate those guys that are out there working. Same with the fire department and police department. You guys, proud of you guys. I brag about you all the time. On my council, oh yeah, I brag about you all the time, Saj.
Thank you.
Oh, we gonna blindside me? Where do you want to hit me at, Jack? You want to look right here? Blindside?
I want to ask one question, that's all.
All right, Jags, anything from you?
Oh, I have my hand up.
Go ahead, what?
I want to ask about these people cutting grass out into the street. Whose problem is it? His, police department, or fire department? I just want to know whose problem it is. You should know, it's right across the street from you what they did.
I don't know if we would have the fire department, you know, go up there and
What are
talk
you
to them.
People cutting grass, blowing
Yeah,
it
just
out on
pulling it out,
the street.
that's really bad on their bikers.
You always said, people always said that, they brought that up. It's up to the people who are doing it. There's no law or nothing against it.
There used to be an ordinance that said you could not blow your grass cuttings out
I think
into
we
the
still have an
street.
ordinance on it.
Unless that ordinance disappeared, it's still on
I think
file.
we still do.
It's still there.
I think we still
But
do.
who enforces it?
I interject.
Yeah.
There is a state code on blowing debris in the roadway, so if there's an ordinance, it can be enforced through the state.
But there is an ordinance and.
Just wanted to add that in there. I'm a motorcyclist.
And I know, that's, you guys are,
Procedurally, it will probably be easier for the police department to enforce, just because fire department's enforcing it, you're gonna have to go through all the,
yeah, I would, you're probably right, I'd rather have the police department because, you know, that's a show of force that they might, you know, they might tell you to go somewhere. They're not gonna tell the police department to go somewhere.
Majority of the time, it's somebody that's cutting for somebody.
Who's across the street from me?
Melody, you didn't see the street up there?
No.
No?
No, you got pine cones all over the street.
No, you must, honestly, you must have went home drunk or something, because there's grass every place, and leaves every place on the street.
Jack them up there every day.
I know, and come on.
Get that C9 dog.
Why don't you go over there and tell them?
Yeah, right, I would go over and tell them, to do, on George Street and Warren Avenue, or George Street and Western Avenue. Them apartments out there, they blow the grass out in the streets. So when it gets wet, you come down, you don't put your brakes on, guess what? Goodbye, Charlie. I know you want to make it one way, don't worry about it then.
No, but you don't want one way. When everybody else wants a one way.
Make it all wrong one way.
Well, Western should be one way, and I'll be doing it too.
I'm done with that, never mind.
I got one more question too.
Now, all of a sudden, wait a minute, at the end of the year, you complain about grass on the street, which I know. How come you waited so long to say this? How come you brought it up now? Why didn't you bring it up in the summertime?
I'm looking at Bob because I talked to him about it once already.
Now, you talking
On
about
Western Avenue. It happens every time they cut the grass. Yours just happened the other day. What's today? Tuesday? It happened Saturday, he cut the grass.
Well, I was out of town Saturday.
Well, I
I was
understand
away in
that.
Michigan on a weekend.
I understand that.
Shouldn't it be like littering?
You see all the pine cones up on that road now?
Well, that's coming from a tree, that's
It's
not
my
coming from
trees,
a lawn.
your trees.
Anyhow,
Let's move on.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Up on Eleanor, I feel for the folks that, it's about 3 houses down on Eleanor where they got the car carrier outside. I just saw the sofa in the middle of the yard, where Schultz used to live. Right next to Schultz. Somebody bought that house, I think I know who bought it. Is there, I wonder if there's anything we can do to say, hey, clean this up. I mean, this is, I feel sorry for the folks. I think it's a police officer who's on the other side.
He sold the house.
Yeah, he sold it.
Yeah.
He probably sold it because of
Well,
what's going on.
Yeah.
We need to look at that too. If we
Well,
can.
I'll give these guys credit because they stop every time someone puts a mattress out or before rubbish, and they'll tell them, you need a bag on it or to put it back until rubbish pickup. Yeah, I know these guys do that.
Just take a look at it, Willie, take a look up there. I just wish we could, wave a magic wand and say, get out, go away. Because I feel for the neighbors up there right now.
He had all his tires out on there, didn't he? on there?
Yeah, it's just, it's just a shame. Just see what you can do. Like I said, there was a sofa right in the middle of the yard. Now, I don't know if he's putting it out for, our rubbish, or that somebody wants to sleep out there tonight, I don't know.
Rubbish started today, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm starting today.
Mr. Huggins, you have anything?
No, I got, a resolution ordinance, wait for that.
We'll wait until we're getting into the ordinances. Yes, sir.
Ohio checkbook. What's up?
You tell me.
It's October.
It's all done, I mean, it's all in their hands now.
Is it? Is it? I've been told this before, countless times before council, everything's in there, and it's not, there's been nothing
You
there.
told me repeatedly, I asked before every council meeting in case you asked, they haven't, we're waiting on that.
I encourage council, in my absence from this, to keep on this, because it's been over 3 years.
Yeah.
It makes it look like we have something to hide, or that we're trying to hide something. It looks, to me, it looks really, really bad.
Let me ask you this, are there people out there asking us about it? Because
I
don't know
am.
anything.
I'm asking.
I want it too. I want the
Well, there's
transparency.
two councilmen, or members of the community, otherwise what's,
It does not exist, so it cannot be used.
it doesn't exist.
It's not there, it can't be used, it does not exist.
Give them a call.
George.
because
I have been, and I'll
they
stay
have-
upon.
They have all the stuff. Now,
I'm
I can't
skeptical.
tell them, you need to have this done by next week. They do it at their pace.
This has been 3 years though,
I
George.
don't know what to
3
tell you.
years.
I mean, they've had this stuff.
George, give me
It's
your
all-
contact.
I will, I'll pass it along.
Where you live.
All right, thank you, Jim. Chief McKenzie, acting Chief McKenzie, you have a report?
Everything's gone well with the department. We will on October 31st, this Saturday, we're gonna have a trunk or treat with the police and the community up at Eric Park from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Just spend a little time in the community, get some smiles on the kids' faces.
And, everything running smooth, or any complaints, any problems?
Everything's running smooth. You had mentioned the couch on Eleanor. As the mayor said, we have been going stalking at different houses and everything like that. Let people know, get your mattresses and bags. I actually take bags with me. Lately, I've been taking bags with me. Been going to people's residences who've had bags out and purchase them, and I'll bring the money back. Or if somebody doesn't have a car or whatever, but we have been on that.
God, thank you for that, that's really good.
Hit them with a little carrying charges, that'd be $10.
All right. And everybody knows Alderman Michael Hyde. And yes, the guys are getting every department. I mean, that's just one thing about it. Mingo, they are giving compliments out. You guys are doing a nice job. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Same way with you, Brandon. Everyone's helping. They see more activity going on. And I'm not throwing smoke out there, but I'm actually hearing a lot of positive things. So, good job. And with that, Brandon, you got it. On a half hour.
5 minutes, Brandon. 5 minutes, that's it.
Shorter than that, Bob.
Okay, good, there you go.
Actions, I'll be out tomorrow a little bit looking at things, especially about the mayor's house, that I'll be able to get the news, that's on my list tomorrow. Mr. Smith actually stopped down and said him and his son's going to take care of the building down there, Mr. Lynch, down in the fire department's been going down and putting water on the sidewalks, so they're actually going to put plexiglass, I told them to use plexiglass up in that window, so the pigeons stay out there. So we're going to work on that this week. Calls after 1 p.m. this afternoon, for about 68 calls roughly for the month so far. Billing has improved significantly. Turnaround time is about 2.5 weeks. I started doing some off-the-book transports for the hospital, emergency transports. That brings in a lot of money for us. I screen all of those. The town's covered. The second night ambulance is used. Personnel wanting to go on it. It's total trips to like Trinity East. We did take a gentleman to Allegheny the other night. That trip paid roughly about $1,500. Jim and everybody covered the town. The basic crew took the patient up. Turnaround time was about 2 hours. I always make sure the insurance is taken care of. I screen all that before I even read anything what the town's covered. Schedules are filled. The mayor has a copy of the schedule. I just had 4 more people apply yesterday. My schedule is stacked. Every night I get about 4 to 5 guys every night just hanging around the firehouse. We're taking two vehicles on a squad call. That's how many people that I have coming out. We got an elevator rescue this evening, and 3 vehicles on scene in a matter of 2-3 minutes. Guys are coming out. More people are applying, doing a lot of big changes there in the firehouse, a lot of remodeling policy procedures. The morale's up 100%. Even Jim come back, work part-time for me, 6 to 8 shifts, pay period. So things are going really good. So, biggest ticket item inspections for the end of the year.
Thanks for helping out, Jim. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Hello.
Nobody here from IT, so we can't like that there. Ernie, anything from you?
Nothing except I would need about a 5-minute executive session. Won't take too long.
With that, we'll go to Georgia on ordinance.
Yes, we have 3 things before us, a third reading for an ordinance, a resolution, and a additional ordinance. First of all, ordinance 2020-16, third and final reading, an ordinance to amend section 123.01, establishing posting places for village ordinances, resolutions, proclamations, notices, and reports as required by Ohio Revised Code sections 731.21 and 731.25. I move that ordinance 2020-16 be adopted as presented before council this night. Second.
Vote.
Irwin,
Yes.
Bueller,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Harry,
Yeah.
Riddell. Yes. Who's second, Gary?
Adam, I voted yes.
Get your pick right there. It was pretty much like directly at the same time. It's impressive.
Adam's closest.
Yeah. There you go. Third. Resolution 2020-19, a resolution to commend Michael Lucas for service to the village.
Go ahead, sir.
I move that a rule required.
You don't need one reading, Mike.
Huh?
You don't need
We're
one
going to read? Okay, I make a motion that we adopt.
You got a second, George?
Second.
Buick,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Rotel. Hey, who made these up already?
Yeah,
Do you, can we have, use a yellow, like a yellow one?
we have one.
Can I give it to the mayor up there to use first? Figure start with him up there, I didn't know. I gave him privilege.
You want to send that around to the sign?
Yeah.
31 years.
Awesome guy.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Definitely amazing guy.
Yeah.
All right, good. Anything else, George?
Yes, ordinance 2020-20, all the 20s. An ordinance authorizing the village to purchase emergency medical and fire department equipment under the CARES Act program and declaring emergency.
Go ahead, Sam.
I move that a rule requiring an ordinance to be read by title only on 3 separate occasions be dispensed with. An ordinance number 2020-20 be given its second, third readings at this time by title only and placed before this council for its final passage and adoption.
Second.
Rotel.
Yes.
Irvin.
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Buick.
Yes. Ordinance 2020-20, an ordinance authorizing the village to purchase emergency, medical, and fire department equipment under the CARES Act program and declaring emergency. Ordinance 2020-20, an ordinance authorizing the village to purchase emergency, medical, and fire department equipment under the CARES Act program and declaring emergency.
Go ahead, Adam.
Mayor, I move that ordinance 2020-20 be adopted at this time as presented.
Second.
Buick,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Rotel. Yes. Irvin.
Yes.
Anything else, George?
Anything else?
Thank you. Mr. Herrick, anything on safety?
Yeah, we've been looking at that area up there on the street up there. The guy wants the sign put up there for parking, but we just haven't gotten a chance to get up there, so we're gonna go, maybe Willie, you and I can go tomorrow and just make a final decision on that, one way or the other. Okay, George? And then up there, Willie, we'll just make a decision on it, you know, whether we want to put the sign up or not. Although he's parking on it anyway right now. I'll call that tomorrow. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Jody, anything on service?
None at this time.
Adam, anything on lights?
No report, Mayor.
Jag, did you check those two lights?
Yeah, there's orders in, one coming off the exit on Logan, and one up there is working up on Cross Street from Schumacher.
Oh,
It is working.
all right, thank you. Jack, anything on water and sewage?
No.
Say it a little louder.
I have my hand behind this back here, and you told me no. Nothing here, don't worry about a thing.
Wait, why are we signing this document?
Well, that's copy for our
Oh,
records.
sorry.
He gets the yellow
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
By the way, speaking of those yellow ones, I told Cam, we're gonna, when we're standing out here at Costco, buy a bunch of frames, nice frames, so we present these to these people.
Give me that gold one after we sign it.
Hold up, I'll pass it around. Relax.
I got things to do.
All tomorrow? Mr. Portel, anything on recreation? You cutting grass? Are you cutting grass?
Grass is all cut.
Oh.
They start winterizing the pool, they start winterizing all the show houses are shut down. They'll move the restrooms over by my house, probably the next week or so. We get them out of that place back here. I don't know what we want to do with cameras, we'll let them run? Probably should.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, we should let them run.
If we don't, what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen out there.
What were restrooms you talking about?
One back by a little shelter house.
They've been up there about for a week now.
Where?
By your house.
Yeah, they're
I didn't see them. The leaves must be covering them up. I
Well, I
didn't
think
see
he was looking at the grass too much.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you drinking?
them. Not yet.
Oh, give it up on Concom.
George, anything on health and
Yes, Health and Pension Committee met last week to go over recommendations which were mentioned before council at last year's council meeting, in that they proposed, maintain the same carrier, United Healthcare. Proposal involved a 3.75% increase, which would raise the total monthly cost of the village from $39,340.31 to $40,863.93 per month. And looking at that, it wasn't much of a difference based upon various deductibles and things like that. Of course, we still cover a vast part of that by ourselves to offset the costs to the village employees. That, of course, sees no change there pending any sort of negotiations and things in the future. So based upon that, the recommendation before council and also from the committee is to proceed forward with United Healthcare at the proposed rates as was presented before the committee at that point in time at that meeting. So Ernie, with that, should I make a motion to proceed with the United Healthcare proposal, or how does that normally
You
work?
had your review with the way,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, yeah. Well, so as long as you continue.
Yeah, the three of us decided it was just
Yeah, it's the same carrier, and it's almost the exact same plan, 3.75% increase.
Yeah, just make a motion to
It's
proceed.
only, I think, 3% increase.
Yeah, 3.75. Yeah, not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, so with that being said, Mayor, I move that the village accept and proceed forward on the proposal from Ohio Insurance Services in reference to United Healthcare's proposal at the modest 3.75% increase.
I second.
Second.
I second.
I got a question. Did you go to the union fast and did they get any problems?
We had a meeting with them, and there was no questions, no issues. Meeting mentioning was given to all people. It was posted all throughout the village. Had a few attendees, not too many, but a few. And there wasn't any questions or any issues.
Now, would that have to be taken back in front of them for a vote, or no? No.
No. Oh, black. Okay. Where's the black now? Blue.
You guys got to vote on it? Zach made a motion.
George made a motion.
I made a motion.
Zach second.
I'll take all the choice.
Fielder,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Cal.
Yeah.
All right, to the floor, Mayor.
Thank you. Senior, since Pat's here, Jody or George, do you have anything on senior citizen?
No, I don't.
Oh, you know what, I do.
Maybe now.
This is actually bringing up something that you mentioned at the last council meeting about the garbage, the compactor things. I went down there Saturday. And I went down and I went to take some pictures. I went back into the cage and I have pictures if kids want to see them. There were two gentlemen out in front, so I didn't see anything real big or bad back in the cage, so I went out to the two gentlemen that were sitting out front and asked them how exactly what happened to the garbage. And he said that they can't use their chute right now. So I'm assuming that maybe there's something wrong with the compactor and it's broke. There were a bunch of just like white garbage bags. There were some bigger black bags, but I don't think they were giant bags. You know what I mean? There was nothing. I'll show you the pictures that I took down there. So I don't think it's a problem right now because I think their compactor is down, but it's probably going to be a problem in the future, and we're going to need to address it and keep our eye on it.
It was almost as long as this table.
Jack brought up last week that some of our garbage men were complaining at the Indian Village Apartments, these big compactor bags that weigh like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe we need to even check into have them maybe check into a private, if that's the case, because we're not hurting our garbage men's backs. Especially when I'm assuming they only pay the one fee, there's not per apartment or anything like that, so I don't want our people getting hurt. No comments?
Where's it at?
Indian Village
We'll
Apartments.
just have to keep an eye on it, because at the moment, it's just a matter of time before they fix the sheet,
Yeah.
it's gonna be back to normal, so.
back to the same old problem.
Yeah, but I did go down and look.
It is a commercial building.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think they should have
I'm just
commercial
gonna take them on
garbage.
one of these days like we did before, trying to take them on again, with the water and everything else.
He does what he wants to do down there.
I know, I think we better take them on again. I think we ought to just say, I mean, they're getting away with, single hookup down there, with, they can pay something.
Yeah, I understand that.
Is that like Gene Cowboy?
Yes. He brought down Flotation last time.
Think we can, revisit?
Revisit what?
Well, the water's one thing, again.
You're in the same boat, nothing's changed. I don't know why you'd just be spinning your wheels, you'd be back here again.
I mean, we can enforce the issue,
One
though.
account. Unless you're gonna do something to require them to have separate accounts for each person, where each person would pay. It's one account, that's just the way it is.
How does that affect the
You
garbage?
just want to be here there?
I mean, we have a garbage ordinance that only allows for what? No, 13 gallon?
The
Okay,
garbage- the
hold up.
garbage-
We're on senior citizen right now. We could go back to
Okay.
that whenever we want, but back on the senior citizen building, I know what I wanted last year. No one, in the budget this year, I'd like to get that front of that building scraped and painted. It's looking shabby, and I think that's one thing we should look into. I've asked last year, and nothing occurred over it. And I look at it every day. Fred asked me about it, and he did tell me that Schultz is going to extend that on. He's going to pay for it, and he's going to extend it on. He didn't realize how short it was, but he told Fred he's going to pay for it to extend it. But as the budget comes near, I would like to put some money. I mean, there's another building that's getting, as you guys are saying, it's let loose. I mean, they're taking good care of it down there, but it's up to us to keep the upkeep on it. It's a building downtown that could be taken care of, a little tender care. And Fred asked today, he called Judy, a group of ladies or somebody wants to have a line dancing class or something down there. And I told him, fine, but he wants them to be members. I told him there's no problem. So, just keep that in mind.
Do we dare get a price on somebody to do it professionally?
We can't.
I know Blackburn did upstairs, all the fire department, all that. He does it, it's done.
These little scraping, painting, I was looking at it again the other day, and I'm just thinking to myself, this place could be looking, people like it down there. They could say when it was closed, they were complaining because they couldn't get in. And you do have people going down there now, and that's one place that we should look into.
Try to get some estimates. I mean, we're not gonna do it now, of course, because it's
No,
cold.
but
But,
something
maybe
like
we'll get a couple estimates and give us an idea. Now, that estimate could go up over the winter, but at least to give us an idea that, what ballpark we're in.
Me and Fred was looking at it the other day, and he knows we asked about it last year, and I said, we're gonna try again this year.
We'll get it done this year.
All right, thank you.
I don't know about that line dancing thing, because I do that down on the beach bar, and I turn the wrong way off there with two little kids, so. I don't know how to do that.
One thing to remember.
I don't know why.
It's not bad, it's 11 o'clock.
No, it's their fault.
Yeah, it was something where this group is outside right now, and they asked him if they could do that. He did mention that you'd have to join to be a member down there.
Just remember, outside's different than inside. If you're gonna do it inside, you're gonna, and I would suggest, to make sure that what your requirements are gonna be.
All right, I'll.
What, line dancing?
Well, maybe a wrong line dancing, or some kind of dancing.
That's gonna stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, so, okay, just let you guys know that there. Vintage J, did you get the call or anything?
No, I don't got one as far as that goes.
Okay.
But I do have one little request under development or more under IT kind of thing. Could you give me about like 2 weeks to close down the email so I can forward some things on to other council members and forward my contact list, stuff like that?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Back to economic development.
C above. That's pretty simple.
All right. Since we have no audience here, who else was there?
We have one guy over there.
Well, go ahead. Stand up, state your name.
Oh, I'm Ben Sawyer, just to introduce myself. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm one of the applicants for police chief. I have 15 years in law enforcement, 5 years with the sheriff's office. I was putting, I can't stand grass on the road. I just wanted to sit in and see how everything went here, introduce myself. So if anybody has any questions for me, I'm open book.
Thank you for your answer. Yeah,
No problem.
appreciate it.
Mayor,
Yes,
I do have something.
go ahead, Jim.
The other day I was on the village's website and I noticed the calendars are blank. Who's supposed to be filling in the calendar that's on the website?
Yeah.
Is there, you know, Halloween should be marked on there, the council meetings, everything should be, that's what the point of the calendar is, right?
Right.
There is absolutely nothing going on the calendar. Somebody checks the website to see what's going on, they're not getting any information.
You get a little whiteboard.
I can get a whole whiteboard.
Yes, if you're in college, I thought it was
Jarvis
either.
needs to be cut out, because Michael's not, I mean, Michael's not.
Mike will do some stuff for us once in a
Yeah,
while.
he's doing those.
Yeah, he does stuff for us once in a while. Yeah, just talk to you on now.
Yeah, I can start sending them.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Huggins, Finance.
I don't have anything.
Do we want to schedule a meeting for what's going on, or you want to discuss things right now, or?
Well, we get all the department heads here, we might as well discuss it now.
Willie, in your thing here, is there's no gloves, nothing like that in here, is there?
Yes, sir.
Mayor, if you look at the sheet, second page, there's a sanitizer, and there's PPE gloves and masks, $5,000. That's for the city building. Then you get down on the storage department, you got duplicate down there, another $5,000. I mean, we're in a small little village here. We got shit here to Cox's Army.
And I think that stuff's all been working. File stuff.
Yeah,
I
it was ordered before last week.
Yeah.
What is the sanitizer? Sanitizer, what is that?
Jack, I've never even looked at the list.
$1,500 for sanitizers.
You know, I'll talk to Wayne.
It's not Wayne, it's storage department.
Wayne is over both of those
I
departments.
understand that.
Okay,
There's nothing here for Wayne though. Water.
well, I'll talk to Wayne.
How late now, they ordered.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Brad, is there anything on here you want to scratch to try to get that load?
We got about $220,300 or something dollars left if we take that $23,000 loading system for any of us out of that equation. So your totals come out to $241. So you're probably looking at, if we're asking Brandon to help us track in order to let everybody, every other department get what they ask for, then what do you think? Are these all listed, Brandon, and what, as far as importance, I guess?
No, I just have it listed as far as I got the codes.
What's your priority? I mean, if you had to prioritize it, what would you do?
Our gear, radios, EMS equipment, Bluetooth devices, video laryngoscopes, cabinets. I mean, the vest can be taken off.
How much you
Yeah.
short?
It sounds like it's still about 19,000, 22.
How much were the doors for the police department?
We took them off. How much were the doors closed?
Approximately 2,100.
Well, that is
No,
perfect.
total.
I think we should take the doors off and get a key fob system for them. I mean, because we already have doors there. Are they broken? Are they not working? Do they not lock or?
Yeah, honestly, I just
Willie, is that 2,100 in your 54,000?
Yes, sir.
And that'll almost make up for the difference between the service garage's lift and the 20,000 they bought.
Yeah, actually, it would probably make it up.
No, that's for my, for the left.
It would probably bring it to approximately about 56,000
Give you 20,000.
with the installation and.
I want to give what's best for this village.
Something else that's not on this list is the cabinets for all the sanitizer that we're buying. And the gloves.
Brandon, how many, did you order cabinets, Brandon?
Yeah.
How many?
He's got them down here, they're on his list.
Know what I'm saying?
Are they on your list here? $3,300? She doesn't have them cabinets upstairs, I don't think.
And those are yours, not hers, right?
And you need all 5?
Yeah, I got EMS supplies all in bed stack now.
So why aren't those on the village's list? Would be the first question.
These are part of that PPE, mask and gloves. Otherwise, we're spending $6,000 for masks and gloves. Seems a tad bit high.
Yeah, I think.
Just saying.
Who's that for right there?
That's city building.
Is that the city building?
Yeah, so $6,000 for mask and gloves, it's gonna include
Well, the
cabinetry.
total is 10,000, almost 300. This includes 6162 on supplies ordered by the sewer department, sanitizer and gloves.
I don't mind her having them up here, because they're under lock and key. If you put them down someplace else, they're gonna disappear. Huh? They're gonna disappear, we're gonna go someplace else.
There's the other cleaning supplies, as we can find them, maybe bleach and fabuloso or pine salt.
So they already ordered the
Dispensers, mask.
Did they already order the $6,100 worth of stuff down to
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think that was ordered before the last council meeting.
Well, I think, I'm gonna do this, we're gonna put that down there, they're gonna have to, because like I said, that's just a free-for-all.
That 10,000 she's counting comes out at 344, which leaves us 334.
So we're 7.
We really have 344,351.
Yeah.
Taking out that 10,296 brings us to 334,055, which is what I'm basing on.
And that's still the load system out of the ambulance, right?
Right, if you wanted to add that, that's 23,000, that brings what's left, the brand is 197,000.
Mayor, can I ask a quick
Yes,
question?
yes.
And reading this, why are there 2 backpack sprayers on this list?
Is that what they are?
Okay, you want 2 of them now?
Well, I think one's a handheld and one's a backpack, I think. I think one's smaller. I wanted one for the pool for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the backpack sprayers they're at least $1,600 to $2,000 depending on where you buy them. If it's the same, from the same company, the handheld one is only $700.
Now,
So I don't know where these numbers,
I got them from Indian Creek, actually.
Yeah, the place in Alliance, the one that Judy gave me for Bob is sort of like the backpack like we have, $1,595.39, and a handheld sprayer, $259.41. Because ours is on back order till March.
Yeah, it is. The backpack's on backwards.
So I called the place, I was like, well, if I can get it from this place, I'll cancel mine and get it from here. It's cheaper. And the lady said that they would have to check stock, but there was no cleaning supplies with it. But there's a place in Stowe, Ohio, that I'm gonna order tomorrow, I'm gonna cancel ours, they have them all in stock. And that actually is Jim, I put it underneath Jim's on the equipment, 3,057.18. That's for the backpack, the handheld sprayer, and 4 cases of the cleaning supplies to go.
How much was that? How much is on there for mine?
1854.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
Well, I think at one time we talked about, okay, for him to buy it, that we were going to go all over the building.
Yeah, because it would last
Yeah,
several
well, I
days
just, yeah, well, I
inside.
just thought it'd be good to have an extra one around here for that pool, that's all. You know, so
The
if you just want
backpack
to
sprayer,
get
I
one.
understand for the
Yeah.
pool, but having two like totally enclosed machines,
I
those are
think
confusing.
so. No, I just
There's
want
a
the backpack.
waste.
The one that we were buying was the backpack.
Yeah. that's all
Okay,
I-
that's what I originally had planned on ordering, was the one that was the backpack.
And that's the one you walk around, you spray. it's
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
two
like
days
3 gallons,
afterwards.
about 3 gallon on your back or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Now, when I talked to the guy, I wanted the backpack and I wanted the handheld one where you can clean, you know, it's like a half a gallon you carry around.
Right, yeah, they got it
So
for the
you
same
do
company.
like you do the office.
You can do a vehicle or a single office or something, yeah.
That's what I got right there, it should be.
So then you're gonna have, well, then according to what's written here, you're gonna have two of each. Because he quoted a backpack and a handheld plus chemicals, and you quoted a backpack and a handheld. So I'm just saying, it seems like we're double buying some of this stuff. We better sit down and itemize it.
So we're gonna have 2 and 2, right?
Yeah, according to these figures and what he just said. So, I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine, but
See, I want one permanently, or I want one specifically for the pool, sitting up there over the whole summer for sure. You know, instead of having to come down here and get it or whatever. I don't think that that's overkill personally. I don't. If you guys do, then, you know, that's up to you. I think 2 backpack sprayers is not overkill at all.
No, but one, like one handheld in one backpack or two backpacks in one?
I think 2
handheld?
backpacks and 1 handheld would be
So you can
okay.
still scratch one of the ones that's.
You could probably get rid of one of the handhelds if you wanted to. You're not saving a hell of a lot, but you could probably get rid of one of the handhelds.
I understand having a backup for one of the big ones, but I don't think we need two backpacks. If we're gonna put the backpack up in the pool, that's not. I don't know.
What do you mean one of the big ones?
There's the backpack.
That's what I want to keep. I want to keep.
That's the one that's
Like 3 gallon, yeah. That way they can go into the, they have to go to the locker like every 15 minutes and spray this stuff. You know, every 15 minutes you have to do it. So you definitely need a backpack up there for sure. You don't want to have to keep little chemicals in it, you know? So I think a 3 gallon, I think it holds 3 gallon or something. That's what I was looking at.
What is the nature of the chemical? Like, what's the hospital grade disinfectant? So how often do they suggest you spray?
How often you want to? I mean, like with us, to be honest with you, we had a positive case today. We transported somebody, I got a phone call, positive, and it should have been done immediately.
Hey, Brandon, what's the personnel accountability system?
I actually just scratched that with Jack. I asked him, I have money in different line items if I'm not spending because we're not repairing ambulances. So he can move that money at the end of the year to my fire equipment.
So what is that?
Adam,
We're on multiple
to
calls.
answer your question, that more depends on
So we keep track
what
of
the
all
state
those
rules
calls.
are. Because like for heating, for the pools, for something, you know, if they say it's gotta be cleaned once every 12 hours or once every hour,
Right.
that's what it's gonna be based on.
Right, that, that's gonna be critical information, that's what we need to know, that's what
I scratched them for him, and I'll just take it out of my line item, in my general plan of my budget.
Or they kind of want, can't order back. One of these is what be like this way. Stays on this, stays in effect a little bit longer. I'm not talking myself, that property.
This guy's got all this money here, this, here. He's got, this is all duplicated up here. Why are we spending that kind of money for what we got up here? He's got almost $3,000 worth of gloves. $3,000 worth of gloves. He's got 3 guys down there. And we change our gloves every 5 minutes.
Let's take some of this, if they haven't ordered it already, let's take some of this off.
They ordered this, that's the problem.
I know what it,
She's probably ordered this too. I'm just telling you.
well, I know it was a free-for-all, and maybe it should have been a free-for-all right off the bat.
Free for all.
Because, you know, we were worried about spending them, but I think the free-for-all kind of hurt us a little bit.
Well, then we're going to cut some stuff that probably we should buy that.
Equipment. It's gonna come out next year's budget.
Where was all these AEDs like that?
One in the city building, one in the chief's car, one in the chief's car.
So, yeah, the city building has one upstairs in a cabinet, the senior center has one, service garage has one, sewer has one, water has one, pool has one, ME has one in the service truck, and our tractor has 75. And they're all compatible with our heart monitors on the squad. So I get there, disconnect their wire, they're fast connected on the monitor. They go all universal with that.
How short are we, James?
Well, Brad brought over to me to knock out some, he would come out to 225, 600, and what I'm showing left is 223. So
So we're about $5 grand
about
short.
5,300.
So, you know, if we really need all this stuff, can we find the money somewhere else in the budget, also in our budget? I mean, if we really need it that bad, can we find $5,000
What do
somewhere?
we have to, we have to load the system that we're after?
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like, that's a critical thing that we need to get. And if it's critical, then let's get it.
And you got that?
I'm sure we can find $5,000
No, I
somewhere.
got to take it out.
I mean, we didn't do anything for the pool or anything like that. There's gotta be money.
5,000 we got to set aside for pool.
Well, before, for this year's budget, we didn't touch that money, did we?
No.
Filled it up.
So, I mean, there should be some money laying around here in some of these line items that we might be able to use to get this right. If we had to pull it somehow.
Well, I'll check with you tomorrow what we have from the,
I know, we might get another stimulus might be coming down, I don't know.
we might not, depending on what we have with the recreation, like for pool and stuff. Okay, so if we didn't have the pool open,
That's what I'm
we may have
saying.
enough to offset.
Oh, yeah, there's money that was
Might go with it.
earmarked for that, for sure. $5 grand, yeah. Well, we're not really robbing anybody here, I mean, the money's gonna be sitting there, but I mean, we're gonna have to take it out next year in your budget no matter what, so.
I understand that, Bob, but recreation doesn't make that kind of money.
Jack, we didn't use that stuff this year. It was set aside.
I understand that, Bob.
And the only thing I'm saying is, you know, if we take it out now and get this, because it sounds like a critical item that he needs, okay? All right, it sounds like a critical item that he needs. So you know, let's just get it. It's not gonna break us, you know, it's not gonna break us. I could probably give, what do you got for left, 20 grand?
Yeah,
18.
No, he gives a bill, what, 18? 18,000 for Timmy? He gave you?
Yeah, but you wanted to build that little bit extra for the electrical install.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17,850. We rounded it to 20,000 because you're gonna have somebody pay.
Take $1,000 off of that. I mean, we're getting closer.
So your guys are,
19.
so it's gonna be, he's only gonna charge like $400 to install it.
You guys are killing me here.
Yeah, we can take a pennies off the pennies.
Huh?
We just take a pennies off the people, that's all.
Well, Jack, we got it down now to 4,000. So, you know, if we can just look somewhere else, I wish they didn't order that. If they didn't order that stuff already, we would be fine. And you guys are sure that,
How about?
why don't you call her and ask her if she's ordered all this?
And Kyle
For the
ordered,
city.
I'm almost positive they did.
Because they
Not
didn't.
Kyle's ordered the ones for the city.
Yeah, if they didn't, then, you know, we definitely can knock something off there and give $2,000 or $3,000 back in that. You know, if this thing's critical for the fire department, let's just do it. Well, is there anything that you guys can think that you can give up at all?
He getting a couple of things. He's gonna get the radios and doors.
Well, but his budget is what, how much we spending for the police department? 54,000. He's not getting much, that's 54,000.
Look at the fire department, I mean.
Hey, look at my service department, don't start on me, Mayor, don't start on me.
Hey, when we're gonna speak to Survey Gary, somebody's got a question, all right?
They got 5,000 on the mask and gloves for.
But I'm afraid of the order, that's.
Just ask Keith.
All right, Okay, your Kim's on there, I got her on speaker now, so who wants to ask her a question?
Kim, did the village already order the wastewater treatment
Hang on a
plant?
minute.
Kyle's wish list for gloves and sanitizer, has that been ordered? Kim, Kyle's list for the wastewater treatment plant expenditures was 6,162, the 200 boxes of gloves and the disinfectant, has that been ordered?
Yes.
Is there anything on the city building expenditures that have not been ordered? So the cleaning service, the sanitizers, the masks, the gloves, the city building, 5,000 there. 5,919.
Yeah. What you need for that meeting.
That cheaper than the 16-ounce bottle at the dollar store.
16.
Because the small bottles are more expensive at the dollar store, so that's not the big one. Like those bottles, that bottle costs more if you buy like by itself.
Can we cancel some stuff that
Why can't we split it?
hasn't been received?
Why can't we split something from the wastewater plant down there and bring some of that stuff up here?
If anyone wants to know, we can bring some of that stuff.
I mean, that's ridiculous for how much they got down there.
There's nothing in the order that we can use. It's for the gloves and stuff he got for his guys, the water and the service department.
Oh, so it's all, yeah.
Yeah, how many guys you got down there? They're asking about how many, the guy wears 200 pair of gloves, or there's 3 people down there.
No, 100 boxes.
200 boxes.
Well, no, but they use it for everything, and the guys.
I think they use it every time they do the
Down
test.
for like garbage shops and stuff, they wear them.
That's what you-
So that's already, I mean, it's not strictly for Kyle, it's already ordered so much because he is, giving it to the guys on the packer and stuff.
That's who it is, sir.
I don't know if he can answer that, because he ordered this stuff last
The
year.
church,
How
they
how
opened
are
up the
we down
church
checking the dollars
for this?
We're worried
Yeah,
about.
for sure.
Is it going to be open up there?
For sure.
Well, we're down to try to hold 4 grand difference.
I was hoping that they would.
Trying to hammer out the rest. That's it.
Yeah, it just looked like stuff is,
Cabinets in, for the city building, we didn't get our 2 cabinets, but Brandon already got like 4 or 5, his office already ordered and in, but he was supposed to not order stuff until after the meeting tonight.
oh no, he was told to order stuff at the last meeting.
We wanted 2 cabinets, but our things got stuff in.
Kim, is it on your list?
Is it on that
Is it
list?
on this list?
He was gonna order it with his stuff, and then I was told, oh no, there's no money to do
What you
anything.
got those for, Brenda? For that?
And he ordered all those assembled, so you need to find out how much money he wasted on ordering them already assembled.
You're right.
That's like, you don't give them something to back on. Just bring a bomb shelter to place, I just call that.
The cabinets come.
See what you
already
started
assembled. You
with,
can't get them
I have like
assembled
one
or
bar.
assembled, because I know there's a price difference.
It's
The
a bomb.
cabinets came, they're already assembled.
Yeah.
So here's a simple idea.
Yes, George.
Simple idea. The sewer revenue fund is solvent, it's fine. This stuff is already spent, and it references sewer expenditures. Take it out of the sewer revenue fund, cover it out of that, you got your carryover covered, you balance, you're done.
Yeah, because I know that there's a lot of money to the store.
Yeah. If that's the issue, if you don't cover it, there's your out.
No more sanitizer, gloves.
They don't get their piece of the pie, George. You know, they just get the crust now.
But
Hey, crust is good.
Yeah,
I really love crust. I love it. That's hard, right? Yeah. Get a good crust.
Put it this way, if we take at least a portion of that out of there, for sure, cover. You know?
How about the fund? That's our story.
That sounds good, George. It really does. I think that's,
It gets done, it's quick, it's easy, it's simple, it's done.
because anything we sitting here for another hour,
looking for 1,000 here, 500 there, it's,
Yeah.
why even bother?
We got
So take it out and then give my 1,000 back.
Well, this doesn't include shipping on these things either, and the other type of cost and tax that could come in here or there or something, or, yeah, who knows? Got the buffer.
Great.
Other freight, yeah, at least this one has freight, yeah. Give Kyle credit there, he's got freight down.
Okay. Can we get back to this council?
Bobby, I still say this stuff should come here and be separated and handed out.
Well, we don't have any cabinets for it.
All right, well, let's move on here. You guys want to decide what we're going to do, or we're going to move on with this meeting?
I'm serious.
Let's meet again Tuesday and be done then, and so we'll send everything Wednesday.
That's fine. If you guys are willing to do that, get it over with.
Okay.
Tuesday's voting.
Those who over tonight, but
Tuesday.
Tuesday's election night.
I'm running for office.
I already voted. Vote for it, right? I already voted. So voted too.
Yeah, everybody in here probably voted already.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Not
did.
me.
Maybe.
That's why I asked if we were open up here.
I'm still undecided on the commissioner's race.
We already saw mine.
Me too.
So when we have another finance meeting, are we doing it next Tuesday, or are we picking another day?
Let's go Tuesday, everybody should vote.
What time?
Let's just go with 6.
But, you know, if you use George's idea, we can actually just, it would make it very simple.
Yeah, and, you know, let's, I mean, there's money available in various spots.
Yeah.
If you find, two things that you can do. If you find that you go just a couple thousand over, you can find the money.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I said.
The second thing is that after the election, you may find that there's more,
Maybe we'll
another
go-
package coming.
Yeah.
So if you hold off on ordering one or two items that, you know, aren't an immediate necessity, you may get the money to pay for it.
But like I said, if we just took the money out of sewer, which we have the money to do it, we could get everything we need
Which would
right
solve,
now,
yeah,
and it would solve the problem.
yeah.
And I think that's the simplest way to go, and just forget about it. I mean, sewer might get mad at us, but, you know, too bad. I mean, they can. I mean, they're in really good shape.
Yeah, and, you know, you really gotta figure out where your priorities are, and, you know, what you want to do. But I think you need to act quickly, because the fact is, this money has to be
I know.
covered
By the 20th.
by
So if we take it-
November. If you wait till next Tuesday, that's kind of really 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think we make a decision here tonight, just go with it. I really do. I think that's the best way that you're gonna get this done. You know what, I mean, come on, $6 grand. I mean,
We're on the final line of those surprise stuff tomorrow. Sanitizer, more gloves, or
6 o'clock,
11/3.
election day.
yeah.
Well, yeah, sewer and water, just sewer.
Sewer's in really good shape. We could probably take $3 grand out of each. You know, let's put it this way, we have the money there, so let's just, we can figure that out. You know, that could be figured out later. Let's just say, let's get this other stuff ordered right now and get it over with.
We'll take the 6,100 off where he's going.
Okay? And that should bridge the gap. But that tag's going, he's a Michigan fan.
But now, what are we bringing?
Hey, put your shoes back on.
Are you going from that 224 total, or are you going from that 244 total it is, or you?
two,
I mean, you were talking.
I took off small little items that I have, like Jack's, you know, talked about, I have money in a line item for ambulance maintenance that we're not maintaining ambulance anymore because we got a new one. So my small stuff, I can just put it in an incidental and at the end of the year it can be moved over.
Well, like I said, we have it there. I just say, let's go. Let's get it done. We have the money there, somewhere, wherever we go.
Make sure you spend enough. Make sure you spend it all.
Oh, yeah.
And we can right now, like I said, we're 4,000 or 5,000 over.
And you
And
can work
With
out
everything that's
$1,000
currently
down the road.
presented, we're good.
Yes.
As long as there's no surprises
surprises, no more added stuff tomorrow when, you know, someone comes. As long as we get what we need, no more gloves, no more sanitizer anywhere, that's done. We should be good. We just know we have the money, even if we run into a problem.
Yeah, we're just gonna figure out how we're gonna take it out on another line item somewhere, and that's it. I mean, if we just go store, we'll just take it out of store.
Are the
If you got some money there, we'll take it out of
You're-
store.
Are the stores on your
Huh?
list, James, or
You
no?
need, you need to keep in mind with some of those supplies like gloves and that kind of thing, you can't buy 5 years supply.
I know.
There's
a lot on you.
We already did all
I
that.
just found something anyways, that's on the line. Because she mentions this in the paper that she gives us, we 10,296, I only took the 61 something out there. So that other $4,000 has already been taken out too, which leaves us 334. So if I add that back in there, that puts us to 225, 624. Brandon comes down to 225, 600, that covers everything right
So we're not even taking anything out yet, or no? Did you already take it out of the store and water or anything, or no?
No.
Order your stuff.
It's right there.
I mean, you know.
You're still taking that thing off the squad.
No, I think you still got it.
23,000, yes, you are.
I thought you put that back in.
I thought you put it back in.
No.
How much is that again? 20-something?
23 now. 23 grand.
We were down to $5,000, now we're 23.
We wouldn't even count that 23, we took that out earlier.
I could wait for that lift. If we spend all the money, I was told there's another round coming, you know, we just,
How much is yours? 23,000? Could you wait on anything?
I could, if.
I thought that would be a high priority though.
Another round comes, biggest thing's turnout gear and rate, that's stuff. You know,
Okay.
I could wait on that till another round comes.
All right, Jay, okay, what everything except your, whatever that loader for the ambulance or whatever else?
Now, is that including cabinets for Kim?
I don't think it does. So maybe we don't, maybe we can get her a couple cabinets and still take some money out of somewhere for a couple cabinets. We have the money, we can do that. How much are cabinets? Like a grand?
$600, $800.
Yeah, so I mean, we could get her a couple cabinets too. Because we're right on the budget right now.
If we're talking, in all honesty, if we're talking about cabinets to store cleaning supplies, do we really need top of the line?
No, you should be able to go to Lowe's or something and buy the stack of ones that I have in my garage. for like
Rubbermaid
$40.
lockers, yeah, Rubbermaid lockers.
Put it this way, we will tell Kim she's gonna get her locker, or her cabinets, one way or the other. If I gotta put a credit card and go to Lowe's and buy something, we will get her cabinets. People, order what you got, so we can get rid of this money. Brandon, thank you, $23,000. We get another round, which I think you're right, I think we might be getting another round.
And thank you for putting all that on the spreadsheet. I know that took a lot of time. I appreciate you to have it all
We still have anything
No, I don't think we need it.
on election day?
Okay, Jack.
No.
Jack, are we there now?
We have a motion to go to executive session.
I have just one or two more things. Do we have an ordinance about rail cars coming to the town that have lids on them? Is there anything hard to
I
Can you look and let me know? Because if
Yeah,
not,
I know we have a speed limit, I don't know if we
I'm
have
gonna
any.
do an ordinance that any garbage truck, or any rail cars coming through this town need lids. No more free flow garbage smells coming out the top.
I'll check.
I know we have the, how long, 24 hours, I don't know, but we can check.
But I want to have a thing that says they have to be enclosed. I want to cover on top of the cars.
I don't know if we can do that through our village, or, you know, I don't know, if we can go to Shaw's.
You know, look at what covers on there, do buzzards, they go right through it.
Yeah, just one other thing. Jefferson County said that they made available CARES Act grant monies for profit and nonprofit organizations for COVID-19. I contacted Bobby Westfall and sent him the information, so they $600. And
I might be able to get another grant here for $1,000 anyhow, so that'll just help us. You know, we just spend it, it's COVID thing, so it will be some more. So are we okay, James? With your math?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
no meeting next Tuesday.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Okay.
Mayor, yeah, since the paper said you want to talk about Halloween, get $2.
We call it
It's gonna be on Saturday from 5 to 7 a.m. We called up our,
How much do you have down for me?
We have a massive list of insurance on.
yeah, okay, thanks. We have a motion to go into executive session.
For what?
Negotiations.
Negotiate. Oh, Andrew, any one of these? Resignation, anything else that matters? Can I talk to you after? Yeah, sure. You go upstairs? Yeah. All right.
It's just,